On iBrand News now, a Nigerian Air Force Alpha jet goes missing while on operation in the northeastern region. Resident doctors commence nationwide strike despite federal government's last-minute efforts. Libya's Coast Guard intercept inflatable boat carrying 138 Europe-bound migrants. Banks notify customers that old CHEQUE leaflets will no longer be acceptable for clearing. Hello and thanks very much for joining us on News Now. I am Michael Nath. Now, members of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors on Thursday morning embarked on an indefinite strike throughout the Federation. The resident doctors, however, assured Nigerians that their action was not meant to hurt them. They gave the explanation in a message posted on the association's Twitter handle. The message read, "Nigerians must understand that we love them, and the strike is not intended to hurt them, but to challenge the Nigerian government, whose responsibilities, amongst others, it is to care for our citizens and labor force to do the needful." The union's president, Dr. Iyulawa Okoye-Seyi, also confirmed the strike had commenced by 8 a.m. Thursday. Meanwhile, an expert has advised the Nigerian government to prioritize the welfare of doctors and other health workers in the country. This was made known by a public health practitioner, Dr. Tuyi Mebawando, who featured as guests on iBrand breakfast show Daybreak earlier today.
Before now, since 2000, in all my trainings, I've been a doctor for 32 years now.
Wow.
And my own number is 16767. That's permanent registration number. Okay. And all I have known from the time of Beko is issue of strike. Those days, doctors, resident doctors were pushing for proper governance using this.
Dr. Tuyi also pointed out the impact of medical tourism and what federal government should do to curtail the trend. Now, the Joint Union Action Committee of the FCTA, FCDA have threatened to embark on a 3-day warning strike if the FCT administration fails to effect implementation of the FCT Civil Service Commission. The union in Abuja says since 2018, when the FCT Civil Service Commission was passed into law to solely address issues of appointment, promotion, and disciplinary actions, the FCT minister has failed to implement it. The union reiterated that bringing on board the Civil Service Commission of the FCT will also help handle issues of staff welfare, creating a Department of Career Advancement Prospects, among others.
Any management that will not respect the law being put in place by our National Assembly, any management that will not respect the law that is being consented to by the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will not be respected. It will not be respected by staff of FCTA. And let me say this to management. We are giving warning strike because of our respect for the authority. We demand that they will respect the law. But should they fail, by the grace of God, we'll begin to shut down FCTA one by one. Starting with our national hospital. Starting with our water, they will flush in their homes and it will return back to their home.
The Commissioner of Police in Anambra State, Monday Couriers on Thursday, confirmed that the former Central Bank Governor, Professor CHEQUE Soludo, is safe. Courier spoke after gunmen attacked Soludo on Wednesday and killed 3 of his police orderlies. people of the state and his men were on top of the situation, the police boss said some arrests have been made in connection with the crime. The former CBN governor was holding a town hall meeting with the youth of his community called Isofia in Agwata local government area of the state when the incident took place. Meanwhile, the police have arrested a suspect in connection with the attack on former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Professor Charles Soludo, in Anambra State. Police officers, including a chief superintendent of police, Ben Ajide, lost their lives when they clashed with suspected members of the indigenous people of Biafra in Ikotakban community in the eastern Asian Udum local government area of Akwa Ibom State. It was gathered that 4 others officers have been declared missing in the operation, which was led by the deceased CSP. The affected personnel reportedly lost their lives during a reprisal launched by the police against the members of IPOB, alleged to have masterminded series of coordinated attacks against police formations and the killing of police officers in the state. A statement on Wednesday by the State Command's Public Relations Officer Odiko Magdan stated that the Commissioner of Police, Andrew Amiangeme, was saddened by the attacks and killing of police officers who are maintaining peace in the state. The CP, however, called on members of the public to volunteer useful information to the police, assuring them of the confidentiality of such information. Bandits have attacked the residence of former sports minister Damishi Sango in Plateau State. The gunmen attacked the residence at Danwal, Ganawuri, after Vom in Riom local government area around 9 p.m. on Wednesday. According to reports, 2 security details and a boy were shot during the attack. It was also learned that rifles were carted away by the bandits. Spokesman of the Plateau Police Command, ASP Gabriel Uba, confirmed the incident. He assured the former minister and his family are safe and unhurt. The legal battle between the former governor of Imo State, Ike Dioha Ahakim, and Abuja-based businesswoman Chinyere Amuchinwa was disrupted on Wednesday as protests by some group of women stopped the court sittings earlier scheduled for the day. The protesters who assembled at the entrance of the High Court along Owerri Port Harcourt Road as early as 8 a.m. with various placards with inscriptions demanded the stepping aside of the presiding judge in the matter.
Here in Imo State, over the injustice meted on a noble woman of Imo State, Lady Chinyere Amuchinwa, that a former governor, in his capacity as a former governor, should not have dabbled into such scandal. That the former governor, Ike Hakim, having coerced the woman into business of buying land, took money from the woman and started blackmailing the woman and said, never gave the woman any land and was proved to be a illegal property. Now the woman in return is demanding for her money, and the issue of nude picture has emanated. Now, we are saying that as long as the 2 of them are Imo State, we want to know who is responsible and who is irresponsible. If you have slept with the woman, let us see the video. And if you are owing the woman, give the woman her money. And provide, make yourself available for proper trial. You must first trial. If the woman is at fault, let the whole world know. If you are at fault, you go in for it. And that is why we are saying this injustice against women by anybody must be condemned by anybody.
Mrs. Faith Mbago. Good. I'm not happy the way things are happening. And our women are really marginalized. Why? They are being marginalized. Spoken through men. They are being oppressed seriously. Abused, especially through this our past governor, Chief Ike Hakim. Why is he doing all these things to our women? We don't like all this. Please, let him give them money. That woman back her money.
And they apologize to the woman.
The money is 500 million. Let her give that woman back her money, or let him face the consequences. We are not happy with him, especially Imo women. We are shouting, crying.
Excellency,
No, Excellency.
we the women of Imo State, we are not happy at all. We are really angry because this is condemning us as the women in general. Because this injustice meted on this woman is meted on all of us women of Imo State. And for that, we demand that Hakim must face justice. Justice must prevail. We want justice to prevail. He must either release that land or release that money, but he must face justice.
The police have launched a radio station with the aim to bring the force closer to the people and bolster its partnership and good working relationship with them. Mohammed Adamu, the Inspector General of Police, commissioned the new Nigeria Police Radio 99.1 FM, Abuja, on Wednesday in the nation's capital. In his keynote address, he said that the radio station would provide community-based radio broadcast services and serve as a veritable avenue for the police to engage, enlighten, and inform the public on policing activities and other security-related matters. The IGP explained that the radio station would air programs targeted at involving the citizens in the security of their localities, especially on ways to spot and report crimes and other necessary steps to take in the event of crime or security emergencies. A Nigerian Air Force NAF Alpha jet has gone missing while on an operation in the northeastern region of the country, authorities have said. NAF Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Commodore Edward Gapquet, confirmed the incident in a statement on Thursday. He said the aircraft lost contact with radar while on an interdiction mission in support of ground troops fighting insurgency in Borno State. Gapquet, who noted that the incident occurred on Wednesday evening, explained that the mission was part of the ongoing counterinsurgency operations in the northeast. According to him, authorities have commenced search and rescue efforts as details of the whereabouts of the aircraft have yet to be ascertained. You're watching News Now on iBrandTV. We'll take a short break now and return with more stories. Stay with us.
From the farm, it good for body. No chemical at all. This na real banga. No more wahala or pandy wash. Just put on for fire and your food is already. Everybody follow me, chop banga, hey banga, oh. Make you follow me, chop banga cook no easy. Banga na palm fruit wey dem comot, put am inside can. You fit use banga cook any kind soup wey you like, and other food dem like rice, beans and even yam. Na Pali Agro Product Limited dem dey manufacture am. For distribution, make you call 070-666-38213. Banga, for make your food yummy yum.
Hi everyone, my name is CHEQUE Ebili. I'm here to introduce to you a very nutritious food produced and packaged by Pali Agro Product Limited. For this reason, the market has increased in stock. What are we talking about? True unripe plantain flour. It contains iron, fiber, vitamin B6, which helps your digestive system. Take a close look. True unripe plantain flour, because it is satisfying, unique, and good for the red blood cell. It reduces risk of diabetes and excellent for production. Hurry now while the stock lasts. True unripe plantain flour is available in all leading stores nationwide. Produced and packaged by Pali Agro Product Limited, Ashikpa Village in Ogun State. True unripe plantain flour, superfood for healthy living.
Mama?
You're welcome back. Africa News now. Libya's Coast Guard has intercepted an inflatable boat carrying 138 Europe-bound migrants off the country's western coast on Wednesday, the country's navy has said. More than half of the migrants were from Sudan, while the rest were from other African countries. 9 women and 3 children were among the group. An AFP correspondent said they were all taken to a naval base in the capital, Tripoli. Mozambican military says it is still in search of the insurgents that raided Palma, a town of around 75,000 people in the province of Cabo Delgado, northern part of the country. Though Mozambican television footage of the town shows that Palma is almost empty, the military says it believes some remain in hiding and are coordinating an operation to flush them out. Foreign news now. Johnson & Johnson said on Wednesday it had found a problem with a batch of the drug substance for its COVID-19 vaccine being produced by Emergent Biosolutions, and said the batch did not advance to the final fill and finish stage. J&J did not say how many vaccine doses the batch would have produced. The New York Times reported that about 15 million doses were ruined without citing its source. Now, South Korea says on Thursday it will issue so-called COVID-19 vaccine passports to immunized citizens. South Korea now joins other nations introducing such certificates to revive cross-border travel while keeping infection risks under control. Prime Minister Chung Si-kyung said a mobile app which will allow international travelers to show digital proof of vaccination will be officially launched this month. Chung told a government meeting, adding that the app uses blockchain technology to prevent counterfeit. The introduction of a vaccine passport of a Green Pass will only allow those who have been vaccinated to experience the recovery to their daily lives. Up next is Sport with Jidechi.
Welcome to the Sports Update. My name is Jidechi Chidiezie. World number 2 Naomi Osaka's 23-match winning run came to an abrupt end as she lost 6-0, 6-4 to Maria Sakkari in the Miami Open quarterfinals. Japan's Osaka was stunned by the Greek 23rd seed's aggressive start, making 12 unforced errors and not landing one winner in the 21-minute opening set. The world number 5 will now play Canadian 8th seed Bianca Andreescu in the last 4. Meanwhile, Osaka's defeat means she will not be able to regain the world number 1 ranking from Australia's Ashley Barty, who faces Ukraine's Elena Svitolina in the other semi-finals. Meanwhile, men's favorite and Russia's top seed Daniil Medvedev was eliminated in straight sets by Roberto Bautista Agut in a surprise men's quarterfinals matchup. And in other stories, FIFA has announced the host cities and stadiums for the 2023 Women's World Cup set to be co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand. The 2023 event is the first Women's World Cup tournament to be hosted in the Southern Hemisphere and the first World Cup tournament for either men or women to be held in Australia or Oceania. The 9 host cities in Australia are split across the country, with the largest city, Sydney, hosting 2 stadiums. The 10 stadiums between the 2 countries range in size, from the Hindmarsh Stadium, which has a capacity of 16,500, to the Stadium Australia, which has a capacity of 83,500. And that's all.
Thank you so much, Jidechi. We'll bring you business news after this commercial break. Stay with us.
from the farm, it good for body. No chemical at all, this na real banga. No more wahala or pandy washi. Just put on for fire and your food is already. Everybody follow me chop banga, hey banga, oh. Make you follow me chop
Banga cook don easy. Banga na palm fruit wey dem comot, put am inside can. You fit use banga cook any kind soup wey you like, and other food dem like rice, beans and even yam. Na Pali Agro Product Limited dem dey manufacture am. For distribution, make you call 070-666-38213. Banga, for make your food yummy.
Hi everyone, my name is CHEQUE Ebili. I'm here to introduce to you a very nutritious food produced and packaged by Pali Agro Product Limited. For this reason, the market has increased in stock. What are we talking about? True unripe plantain flour. It contains iron, fiber, vitamin B6, which helps your digestive system. Take a close look through unripe plantain flour because it is satisfying, unique, and good for the red blood cell. It reduces risk of diabetes and excellent for production. Hurry now while the stock lasts. True unripe plantain flour is available in all leading stores nationwide. Produced and packaged by Pali Agro Product Limited, Ashikpa Village in Ogun State. True unripe plantain flour, superfood for healthy living.
You're welcome back. Business news now. Banks have notified customers that effective Thursday, that's today, the old CHEQUE leaflets will no longer be acceptable for clearing. They also urged the customers to get the new revised CHEQUE standard leaflets introduced by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Earlier, the Central Bank of Nigeria had extended the phase-out date for old checkbooks from January the 1st to March the 31st. The banking regulator said this became imperative due to the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Nigeria Customs Service Seme Command has intercepted a total of 232 parcels of cannabis sativa with a duty paid value of 2,933,358.40 naira since the reopening of land borders to date by the federal government. A statement issued by the Custom Area Controller of the command, Bello Jibo, on Wednesday said the command would hand over the seized drugs to the Commander, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Special Command, SEME. Similarly, Jibo said the command intercepted 705 items with a duty paid value of the seized items amounting to 409 billion naira. The federal government has said the sum of 396 billion naira has been budgeted for the provision of vaccines in the 2022 appropriation bill. This was disclosed by Dr. Zainab Ahmed, Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, after the Federal Executive Council meeting presided by Vice President Yemi Oshibajo on Wednesday. She said the president had, based on the request by the Ministry of Health, given in principle approval for the Ministry of Health to work with the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning to prepare and take to the National Assembly a supplementary budget for COVID-19 vaccination. The submission that was made to Mr. President at that time was in the sum of 396 billion naira, but included in this 396 billion naira was 103 billion naira for building of primary healthcare centers. The federal government is working towards auctioning its bitumen block in the third quarter of this year. The Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Olamilekon Adegbite disclosed this in a statement issued by his media aide on Tuesday after an inquiry of the Australian High Commissioner John Donnelly. Adegbite explained that the ministry was still gathering data on some of the bitumen fields, though they were edging close to completion. He added that there were ample opportunities for investors in the local government of development of bitumen. And that's news now here on iBrandTV. Thanks very much for watching. I am Michael Nath.